Hello YouTubers. Okay, two things have happened. The first thing that's happened is that I got the Zoom H1. The audio from the Panasonic was getting quite diabolical and I didn't really know how to go about sorting it out. I basically read into the H1 and I thought that would be a good choice for me, so I got it, which is really groovy. The second thing is that you may notice that I am slightly further away and there's more in the picture, and the picture is pretty good quality. Now the reason that is because I've got myself a new camera, and that is the Nikon Coolpix P520, and I've got to say I've been really impressed with it. Everything that it's done has been absolutely brilliant. There's so many options to go through, so many different settings. I've just got no idea where to start. I mean, basically I'm going from the Panasonic to the Coolpix is just a huge difference. I had a look to see if there was any camcorders which I could have got, because I was basically, what I wanted to upgrade my Panasonic. I nearly went for the DC3 because it was the only camcorder that offered a wide range of different resolutions from 1080p, 720p and VGA, because I like to sort of pick and choose between all of them. All of the camcorders that I saw were predominantly 1080p in various different formats and ranges. Only a few actually had 720p on them, which was really annoying. So then I had to look at digital cameras to see if there were any that would give me the 720p as well as 1080p. Then also I had to look at cameras that had the pull-out screen on the side, and it was just a nightmare. It was a complete nightmare because there just wasn't anything. Then I saw the Nikon Coolpix P520 and I just thought, this fits pretty much all my criteria and I can afford it, let's get it. And so I did, and I've got to say I'm really happy that I did. It's got loads of different options in it. As far as the resolutions are concerned, there's loads of different resolutions in there. It's got loads of effects, loads of stuff, and I'm just so happy with it. Now as far as a review is concerned, I'm not really sure how that's going to happen, because there is, I think basically what I'm going to do is I'll show you guys what the settings, what's involved in the settings, but I think as far as a sort of big reviews concerned, there's just too much to cover on this camera and I just don't think I'd be able to do it justice. As far as the audio is concerned, I've been recording the first part of this video with the camera's audio, and then the second part of the video will be recorded using the Zoom mic, because I've listened to the audio on the Nikon and it's okay, but I prefer the Zoom's audio. So it will be interesting to see what you guys think, and see whether you sort of what you think is better. I think that the Zoom is going to be better, to be honest. The only gripe that I've got so far, which is an easy fix, is that it doesn't run off of a main supply. The Panasonic, I could hook that up to the mains and record for as long as I liked and it wouldn't be a problem. But with this, it's basically down to battery power. Now there is an adapter you can get, but it's just too expensive, and so what I ended up doing was getting a separate charger and a separate battery, not a Nikon battery. Basically what I've had to do is get a Duracell battery because that was the cheapest I could find. The reviews for the Duracell replacement battery were pretty good. I know that the manual says that you should stick with Nikon accessories, but I just can't. I couldn't afford to buy a battery and the charger. It was just too expensive, so I went with the Duracell charger and the Duracell battery, and from what I've seen in the reviews, a lot of people are quite happy with that alternative. So I wouldn't recommend it, but it's what I've had to do because of not having enough funds to buy a proper Nikon one. Plus the Nikon website don't sell the charger, and I don't think they sell the adapter either, which is a bit of a nightmare, because you can get an adapter which means you can run it off the mains, but again I didn't really like the look of that, because there are plastic bits involved that could easily snap off, so I thought, no, I ain't going to risk that. So yeah, I've been really happy with it. I think it is a great camera so far, and the zoom's really good, the picture quality is really good. I mean, I've got a sort of mixture of low light and normal light going on, and it seems to be doing really well. Plus you've got, I've just noticed on the screen that there is a pause, which is good, and you can take pictures while you're recording as well, which is good. So I'll probably be taking some shots with this out and about as well, because it's quite a good, nice little camera. So I've been quite impressed with it. So it will be interesting to see how it transfers over to YouTube and see what the video quality is like. Basically, because I couldn't find a camcorder that would give me all of the resolutions and settings that I wanted, that's why I went for the Coolpix P520, because it was the only one that I could afford, and it was the only one that had the flip out screen and that would give me all of the settings and features that I wanted, which I think is horrendous, because when you think 2 years ago there were loads of camcorders out there that gave you a whole range of different options. Now it's all about 1080p in the camcorder world, which I think is rubbish, to be honest, because not everybody wants to film in 1080p, and it takes up so much file size that it just becomes a nightmare. So yes, there you go. Okay, well, that's enough from me. I will probably do a sort of overview where I look at the camera and look at the settings. Not sure when I'm going to be able to do that though, because I don't really know when I'm going to get time to do it, but I will try and get it done. But this camera now is going to be my main YouTube camera, and from what I can see of what it's done so far, I think it's going to do a really good job. Okay, well, that's enough from me. Hope you have a good day, and I'll do some more later on. Bye bye for now.